This is Justin Case of America Newscape introducing our new friends, the Manhattan Dolls. We are huge fans. Heather, Chelsee, and Erin have taken some time today to share a glimpse into their world of entertaining, plus so much more. Greetings, dolls. Welcome to America
Hi.
Newscape.
Hi, Justin.
Now, please take a moment and introduce yourselves.
Hello, my name's Chelsee. I'm the alto of the group in this trio here.
Hello, I'm Heather Dahl, and I guess I'm the owner of the group, and I usually sing soprano one, but I will cover whatever part is needed.
Hi, guys. I'm Erin. I'm a soprano one all the time.
Your role is defined. Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
There's not much that happens in alto land for me.
Okay, let's kick this off. Heather, how did the Manhattan Dolls get their start?
Well, in 2009, I was still living in New York City. I had just traveled all over the United States with the USO, the United Services Organization. I traveled from military base to different veterans events all over the country, and I just fell in love with it. So when I left in 2008, I really wanted to keep it going. The USO took a kind of a different turn. They started doing more contemporary music, but I had fallen in love with the music from the World War II era. So one day, just walking down the streets of New York, I decided I was going to start my own group and continue to do this music that I fell in love with.
Wow. Okay, Erin, how many dolls are there really?
So there are 10 of us
Wow.
today, as of today. And we come from all different backgrounds and musical experience and theatrical experiences. And that's where we're at today. So we rotate kind of just who's available at the time for the gig. And there's always 3 of us.
Well, for our fans wondering why there aren't 10 people, I can barely handle interviewing 3 people at a time. Chelsee, where are some of the places you performed as a Manhattan Doll?
Oh my gosh, that's one of the coolest parts of this group is that we do tour internationally, but we travel within the states and in our own hometowns as well. So you can't pick one place that's better than another. But of course, the most noteworthy are some of the overseas trips. So some of my very first gigs were actually in France and England. And Erin and I got to go to Belgium last December.
Wow.
But we repeatedly visit some of the same places. I love what's standing out right now for me is Texas and Virginia Beach. There's some air shows. We do lots of events where we will be sort of the theme. We do like World War II music, even a World War I show. And sometimes they'll have aircraft that accompanies that time. And we're just kind of part of keeping that entire experience, bringing it back to life.
That's cool. Do you have a favorite place you've been with the group?
Oh gosh. I wonder if I have, honestly, especially since there are so many dolls, every experience is so different because we mix and match our trios. And so for a long time, I was the only alto, and I got to really, every experience is different. I wouldn't say better than the other. They're all great.
What a politically correct way to answer that question.
It's genuine.
I understand. Okay, Heather, what draws you guys to the vintage style of music?
Well, I think everybody in the group has a different answer for that. Mine is, I grew up listening to the Andrews Sisters and the McGuire Sisters and the Lennon Sisters. Both of my grandfathers were World War II veterans, and my grandma was a singer in church, and it was some of her favorite music to listen to. So I grew up really learning all of these different harmonies and really appreciating the lyrics and just how important this music was for our military members at the time and the families that, were waiting for these men to come back from war. So that's kind of how I got my start in vintage entertainment. And then once you get started and you start to meet all of the other people who are involved in it and the fashion alone, it's just the love has grown so much in the past. I've been doing vintage music now because I actually did it before I was with the USO. I've been doing it for 15 years now. and it just never gets old. Justin, it never gets old.
Well, just in time. You must, you talk about your grandmother. You must have some remarkable memories of singing with her when you were little.
I do, and painting. She loved to paint watercolors. So those are my early memories of her. She never went professional with the singing, but she could have because she was really, really talented. So it's kind of neat because I'm the only one that actually went into music professionally in my family. So I kind of feel like I'm living out a life that she maybe could have had if she had gone a different direction, kind of doing it for both of us.
Wow, that is a cool story. Okay, Chelsee, tell us about your new music video and single. I think our fans are going to know the name of this tune. It's America the Beautiful.
Yes, you might have heard of it. I want to tell a story here. I have always said, in Heather we trust, because Heather, when she gets an idea, she will make it happen, and it will happen. And so she called me on the phone one day, and she said, Chelsee, bear with me here. I have an idea. And I was like, oh, where is this going to go? And long story short, she wanted to put together this song. She wanted to come up with her own arrangement, and she wanted to find a band, have them record and accompany a track for us. Then we would sing along with it. She needed to find the trios that were going to put this together, but it all happened. And it feels like in a blink of an eye. Heather, you really just like cranked it out. And so that's what happened is Heather made the arrangement of America the Beautiful. She got 6 of the dolls. So it's 2 separate trios to get into a studio, record. Tucson has great musicians. So we have a lot of musicians who were able to lay down those tracks for us. P.D. Ronstadt, actually, it was his recording studio. He's the nephew of someone you may have heard of, Linda Ronstadt. So that's another cool little Tucson thing is the way the musicians, we're all kind of, you get to know each other after a while. And we recorded our music video and released it, made a big old deal of that. You can find that on our Facebook still, our Instagram, our website, The Manhattan Dolls. So much fun. And the process of recording the music video, it was at Pima Air and Space Museum here in Tucson and the 390th, Memorial Museum. And we have done work with these venues in the past, and it's always such a good experience. And with these three girls, each trio, so 6 of us, we just love to be together. And so we were laughing, and we had so many costume changes, and to getting the photographer. And it was just like hanging out with your girlfriends with lots of lipstick.
Yep. So much lipstick.
I don't want to ruin it for everybody, but I've actually seen this music video, and it really touched me, and we're going to play it for everybody right now.
Oh, beautiful for spacious skies, for amber waves of gray, for purple mountain majesties above the fruited plain. America, America, God shed His grace on thee, and crown thy hood with brotherhood from sea to shining sea. Oh, beautiful for heroes proved in liberating strife, more than self their country loved, and mercy more than life. America, America, God shed His grace on thee, and crown thy good with brotherhood from
Wow. I I enjoy that way too much. And some of the liberty you took with that song is amazing. The sha la la. I mean, I was touched. I was laughing. I was smiling. I was almost wanting to get up and dance. Refrain myself. But
Come
re-
on, why would you?
remarkable. It's absolutely remarkable. And I know our people are going to love
Thank
it.
you so much.
Okay, let's.
You know, it's funny. It's funny that you mentioned the Shalalas because that was the one spot I wasn't sure of because it was really kind of out there for that
Yeah.
song. And shout out to Gabby Doll, who's not with us today, but she's in that music video. I was thinking about changing it when we were in the recording studio because I didn't know if it was too silly or I don't know. And right in that moment, she said, "Heather, you can't change it. It's my very favorite part." So you can thank Gabby Doll for being in there.
And she came up with the movements. Yeah, yeah.
So Gabby and I are
Yeah.
kindred spirits. That's sad for Gabby. Yeah, but no, it was remarkable. It was so beautifully out of place that it was really really cool. Okay, welcome back, you guys. Thanks for sticking with us, people. Hey, let's take a moment to tell everybody. Each of you have a favorite song that you perform, and what is it?
Who goes first?
Chelsea, you want to go first?
Okay, I think my answer would have to be Is You Is or Is You Ain't My Baby.
My baby. Yeah.
I love that song. It's got this beautiful trumpet intro. I love me some trumpet. and I just cannot help but feel like I am just in some jazz lounge back in the 30s. It is every time I just get transported to a different time.
Well, the cool thing about those jazz lounges in the 30s, you couldn't see the crowd because of the smoke.
Right. Okay, I think my favorite, it's hard because, we really love this music so much, but there's a moment in our 40s show, Sentimental Journey, that always gets me all teary. And it's usually our encore of the show. We sing God Bless America. And it's a really pretty arrangement. It's difficult to sing, even more difficult when you look out and you see veterans, 80, 90, 100-year-olds standing and singing along with us. People who have Alzheimer's, dementia, who haven't spoken to their family in months, singing every single word of the song with us. And it's a challenge not to cry yourself, but you don't want to ruin that beautiful moment for everybody watching. But I will say that's almost always my favorite moment of the show.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think mine is got to be rum and Coca-Cola. Mostly because as soon as it starts, everybody in the audience goes, "Oh, I love that song!" And actually, when Chelsea and I and Gabby were in Belgium, it never failed that some older gentleman in the audience at the very beginning of the show would just start screaming rum and Coca-Cola as if we weren't going to do it. And so, and then we'd be like, "Oh, we're going to do it. Just wait. Like we're on a CD track, so you have to wait until we get there." But it's just fun. It's fun to watch all of them sing along on the chorus, and it's just it's a fun, lighthearted song, and yeah, I think that's my favorite.
Okay. Hey, Heather, would you mind telling us, tell us about, you recently did something pretty exciting with other vintage groups across the United States. Could you tell us a bit about it?
Sure. So after we did our America the Beautiful video, I had this idea. I guess COVID has obviously really affected our industry greatly. And a lot of people don't even know that this aspect of our industry exists, that being the vintage music entertainment. And I was thinking one day, Chelsea will say, one of my harebrained ideas. I was thinking about how there are so many other groups like us across the country in the same boat. We've lost 99% of our gigs for 2020. And I was thinking how hard it's going to be when this is all over. It'll feel like starting over. And I have to tell you, starting this group was not the easiest thing I've ever done. So that was a daunting thought. So I just thought, well, how can we get our name out there right now? And I thought, well, if we included all these other groups like us in one big video, then now we're using everybody's social media from across the country and have a wider spread. Plus, we could just meet and talk to all these other groups in different states. And it ended up being just the coolest experience. I've made so many friends across the country. And this vintage music video, it's a collaboration of 18 different female vintage groups all over the country. Very proud of it.
Well, as you should be. There's the good and the bad of COVID. It's given us a lot of opportunity. It would have been very hard for us to interview you, which is a blessing, if it hadn't been for this. And so we all have to just count those small blessings. Tell us a bit, Heather. Tell us a bit about the not-for-profit grant fund. It's called A Day with the Dolls,
Sure.
but this thing it's very remarkable.
Well, thank you. We started it several years ago. The Manhattan Dolls, we are a for-profit organization, meaning people will pay to fly us to their events and we'll perform. And all of our singers are professional singers who are paid. We have a not-for-profit grant fund that is specifically for venues such as retirement homes and veterans hospitals that really need entertainment like this, but just don't have a budget for it. So what we do is we take donations through our not-for-profit grant fund through Fractured Atlas, called A Day with the Dolls. And any money that's donated into that fund goes directly towards all of our costs to get to these venues, and it doesn't cost them anything, or, they donate whatever they can. But that is how we've been able to perform for thousands of seniors and veterans throughout the years.
Wow. Erin, is there a way people can donate to your small organization and help you get back on your feet? Digital CDs, available,
absolutely.
PayPal donation, Fractured Atlas, not-for-profit, grant, on and on and on.
So both of those things for sure. If you go to the Manhattan Dolls webpage, we have a merchandise section. You can get digital CDs. We have calendars, T-shirts, hats, and then in the video, both videos that you saw, there are links in the videos to donate as well. So anybody that watches the America the Beautiful or the multiple group video, there are places that they can click on and donate and help keep us floating along so that we can come back strong next year and bring a lot of people some joy.
Well, those event calendars and CDs, particularly signed, are wonderful ideas for event coordinators to include in the VIP bags. I mean, personally, I would be willing to pay for a signed CD or a signed calendar. And I think there's a lot of people
signed
that
CD?
No, absolutely. No, I think there's a lot of people out there that would.
Yeah.
So,
As
all right.
you'll see, we also have mugs available.
Let's see. Okay.
Latest.
Yeah.
The CD signing
yeah.
just reminds me of in Belgium last year with Gabby and Erin. We were just in a big, long tent outside in the cold, and afterwards everyone would rush up because they wanted to buy a CD and to sign the CD, and soon we just started kissing everything to try to speed the process along.
I think we had more lipstick on that trip than in an entire year. In fact,
I landed on a few
one
foreheads.
One of the gentlemen, after the first night that we performed there, he must have had himself quite a long evening at the bar, because the next day when he showed up for the lunchtime performance, he still had his lipstick marks on
absolutely.
his face from when we had signed his CD, and then he wanted kisses all over his face. So quite funny.
Just like when he was in high school, those were badges of honor.
Right, yeah, well, yeah.
Well, hey, I remember you.
Okay, Chelsee, where can we learn more about all of the dolls and see videos of the shows, maybe even upcoming shows when the time comes?
Yes, well, we do actually have an upcoming show. Erin and I and Gabby will be here in Tucson at the Gaslight Theatre. They're outdoor shows, and so all of what we're doing so far has been socially distanced, safe, it's really cool because they'll buy a parking spot outside. And then it almost feels like a tailgate. Everyone kind of gets their chairs and tables and watches the show. That's November 2nd, our most upcoming show. But you can see a list of our shows on themanhattandolls.com. That's our website. And the Manhattan Dolls on Facebook. You can always see all of our pictures, Facebook and Instagram. And to do that, you just search at the top of the Facebook page, the Manhattan Dolls. It usually pops right up. We have a YouTube channel. That's, of course, how you can watch our videos, including some of my favorites are every year, Heather, and Heather We Trust. She'll put together a little video of dolls photos that we've been taking with our selfies and videos from our phones throughout the year. She compiles it. It's a little behind the scenes scoop of what the dolls are up to when we're maybe not on stage.
And that's how you can really get to know us.
Yeah.
Just how glamorous we really are.
Well, it's for a fan, it's endearing. And for me, it encouraged me that you guys might tolerate me.
If you're lucky.
Yeah, exactly. All right, dolls. Any other thoughts you would care to share?
Just want to say, everybody out there, stay safe, stay healthy, wear your masks. Let's get through this so that on the other side of it, we can all enjoy live music again. We can't wait to meet every single one of you.
Well, we have a Christmas and a holiday show that we are very happy to try to show someone. If anyone's out there, we're taking bookings already.
Oh, that's cool.
We also do virtual events, as you can see from this interview. But we've actually done a few of those virtual events where we get together and perform some songs, and then it goes into the virtual event after. So it's cool.
Well, that's a great idea, and it's a reasonable venue today. Now I want to say ladies, but the proper term is dolls. I want you to promise to come back. We need to do this more often.
Pinky swear,
please.
Pinky swear. Okay. All right. Hey, everybody.
You gave us a reason to do our roles today.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. I did mine in tribute too. All right.
Did you? Did you want to show us yours?
No, I'd prefer not to show you because I'm not talented in that realm. Okay. Hey, this has been next time. Promise. Okay. This has been.
Thank you, Justin K.
You're welcome.
Thank you for having us.
This has been Justin, Heather, Erin, and Chelsee sharing some Manhattan Dolls insight. Thanks for joining us. Remember, additional information and links are provided in this video's Read More. Please be sure to subscribe to this channel to stay connected, and please connect with the Manhattan Dolls in the links below. And always remember to stand back. We're not sure how big this channel is going to get.
I'm so fancy, you already know I'm in the fast lane. From LA to Tokyo, I'm so fancy. Don't mean a thing if it ain't got that swing. Honey, 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 holy, holy, ho. Honey, 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 honey. Everything was going fine. I met a little boy named Billy Joe, and then I almost lost my mind. Mama said there'll be days like this. Calling out around the world, are you ready for a brand new beat? Summer's here, the time is right for dancing. Ain't no mountain high enough, ain't no valley low enough, ain't no river wide enough to keep me from it. L is for the way you look at me. O is for the only one I see. V is sing. Everybody start to sing, start singing. Keep swinging. Now you're singing with us. See the magazines, working the Photoshop. We know that stuff ain't real. Come on, now make it stop. If you got beauty just raise them up. Just every inch of you is perfect from the bottom to the top.
Everybody loves my baby, but my baby don't love nobody but me. Nobody but me. Oh, everybody wants my baby, but my baby don't want nobody.
I'm on the street with anyone else but you. to go to? Why don't you go where fashion sits? Putting on the Ritz. Different types to wear a day. R-E-S-P-E-C-T. Find out what it means to me. R-E-S-P-E-C-T. I met him at the candy store. He turned around and smiled at me. You get the picture? Yes, we see. And that's when I fell for the leader of the pack.
He's watching the screen, hoping her phone's gonna ring. And she's still in her pajamas and she's waiting to sing. But what's the governor say? He says it won't go away. And now the shows have all been canceled, so she's wasting the day. Come on in here, Alexander's ragtime band. Come on in here, come on in here. It's the best band in the land. They can play a bugle call. Grab your coat, don't forget your hat. The beat go hurry, sing up on the doors.